The master of handicraft is coming, and then turn out the structure of the piston head, here to ensure the processing accuracy. To achieve the perfect cooperation with the piston head, this is the basic principle of piston movement. Then there is the creation of valves, which realize the opening and closing of the inlet and outlet air holes, and the production of valve bushings is also used for brass pin processing. This has strict requirements for processing technology and precision, and the next step is the processing of gears. Pay attention to the operation details of the master. This is the machining process of gear teeth. This equipment is really not ordinary. This requires the processing of gear parts of different sizes and faces to each other. The most difficult thing to process is the processing of the crankshaft. First, the basic cylindrical embryo structure needs to be turned. Mark the location where the two cabochons are divided by coloring. And rough machining. It seems to be a simple and silky production. However, it has strict requirements for processing technology. Then you need to use auxiliary machining fixtures. Perform fine turning of eccentric shafts as well as cabochons. On the crank, the shape of the balance block also needs to be processed. This is the basic structure of the micro crankshaft. Next is the machining of the camshaft. It is still a very difficult production. This is the basic structure that is turned. How to machine two cams that deviate in different directions. Then it still needs to be done with the help of auxiliary fixtures. The size of the cabochon can be accurately controlled by adjusting the simple disc scale. Let's look at the details of the master's operation. The camshaft is part of the engine's air distribution mechanism, specially responsible for driving the valves to open and close on time. This is the basic structure of the camshaft. The processing is also quite perfect. The next step is the production of the carburetor. Want to start the engine successfully. The production of each component is indispensable. This is the main structure of the carburetor. Next is the processing of the internal throttle control valve. Such a mini accessory is also a great test for processing. Test the fit of the throttle control valve with the main body. The accuracy and fit of the dimensions are also quite in place. Components such as jet needles are then processed. Don't look at a small carburetor, but it requires a complex and cumbersome structure. Finally, the structure of the oil and gas mixing valve and throttle adjustment rod is processed. The carburetor is a sophisticated mechanical device. It uses the kinetic energy of the inhaled airflow to atomize gasoline. Its important role in the engine can be called the heart of the engine. This is the structural composition of the carburetor. Isn't it quite complicated? The last component is machined is the structure of the flywheel. Such a silky turning process. It looks quite decompressing under the passionate turning of the master. Then all the accessories of the entire micro single-cylinder engine are built. Whether it can be successfully launched. There is also a wave of violent assembly combinations below, in addition to installing each component accordingly. The entire cylinder should be completely airtight. Test the movement cooperation between the piston mechanism and the valve mechanism. Seemingly complicated production. In fact, it is not simple at all. At this point, a mini version of the single-cylinder engine was perfectly born. It also looks quite exquisite and advanced. Then install a base and connect the power supply device equipped with a good fuel tank and spark plugs. Get these things done. Then the next moment is to witness the miracle. It's really a perfect creation, so have you all seen it? Come to the comment area to discuss and communicate.